Thank you all for being here today. It's a real honor to be talking to you about my country and about our culture. I would like to thank and special thanks to Mwamba, Ambassador Mwamba, and to Director Don Fried and their colleagues at the Institute for Cultural Diplomacy for the kind invitation to share thoughts with you today about my beautiful country, Dominican Republic. Culture speaks through many forms. Creating, preserving, and promoting culture through public policy is a complex task because culture cannot be encapsulated or labeled. It is identity, it is collective, it is a local and global at the same time. Today, I would like to share these fundamental ideas about the role of culture diplomacy. First, culture as a value and its transformative potential. Second, culture diplomacy as a powerful instrument for dialogue, mutual understanding, and international cooperation. And third, culture as a driver of economic development, social progress, and citizen well-being. The first pillar is a value and its transformative potential. Promoting culture in the Dominican Republic means valuing belief, creations, and authentic expression of the legacy of our pre-Hispanic ancestors and the spiritual heritage of the past. Culture diplomacy in the Dominican Republic is documented from chronicles and archives dating back to 1492, all the way to recent scientific cooperation on underwater cultural heritage in the Bay of La Isabela, the first permanent European settlement in the Americas. The Dominican Republic hosts the largest number of primacies in the Americas, which make us feel proud, including settlements, churches, and universities. All of them are the primacies in the Americas. The historical value of these milestones goes far beyond simply being a first in the Americas. They represent the opening moments of complex processes that would shape an entire continent. However, culture is not only about history. Culture connects us to our heritage while projecting us into the future. For this reason, culture is one of the Dominican Republic's strongest diplomatic axes. Another important aspect of our cultural diplomacy is incorporating Dominican Republic heritage within the UNESCO frameworks and catalogs. This enables us to recognize, safeguard, preserve, and pass on our cultural treasures to future generations. The second pillar is the diversity and identity that bring us to the next important idea. Culture diplomacy possesses significant power to address both regional and global challenges. Cultural cooperation allows us to dismantle prejudices and stereotypes through intercultural dialogue. It fosters mutual respect, it safeguards human dignity, and it supports efforts aimed at preventing conflict and promoting reconciliation. This is particularly important for our nation, which shares the island of Hispaniola with Haiti and forms part of a culturally and linguistically diverse Caribbean archipelago. Allow me to briefly share an initiative that remains highly relevant today. The initiative was called Conóceme, in English, Get to Know Me, a binational video contest involving young people from the Dominican Republic and Haiti, supported by the European Union between 2016 and 2020. Its purpose was simple but powerful: to break barriers, promote dialogue, and recognize the shared realities of both nations while respecting and valuing each other's culture. I invite you to join me in viewing the winning short film that we will present now. It will be a short video of 90 seconds. No worries. I will not alter the agenda.
Yes. ¿No problema? Si está disponible.
Sí, está disponible.
Subtítulos, está ahí en la segunda opción. Subtitles. Pero dale aquí. Ahora. Y a veces sí está disponible. Es que hay que darle al botón derecho
De la derecha.
Eso es que acá es
Si no, put the subtitles in Spanish.
Exactly. Exactly.
English and Spanish somehow also they have Latin roots, so some words are very similar.
That's a good
Yo de Puerto Príncipe,
I mean, London.
yo de Puerto Príncipe
London.
y ella es dominicana.
Entonces de Jack Méndez.
Samuel, de Haití.
Él se llama Raúl. Él es de República Dominicana, él toca guitarra.
Trabajando con mis amigos, está perfecto.
Conocí a Jonas en la universidad.
Haití y República Dominicana yo considero que es una sola familia.
Nosotros trabajamos juntas en nuestra empresa y nos llevamos muy bien.
Yo lo motivo a él a volver.
Bueno, aquí en la universidad tenemos 3 años estudiando, pero ya fuera de aquí tenemos aproximadamente 10 años.
Bueno, hace 3 años, sí.
Me gusta la República Dominicana, es bueno de estudiar aquí.
Ella cantaba, yo tocaba, y hoy día seguimos tocando y cantando.
¿Y más?
Ella me tocó a mí, yo la toco a ella ahora.
A través de mis amigas he conocido la cultura haitiana.
Sé unas cuantas cosas de la cultura haitiana, como ella.
Toda comida haitiana, porque yo me llevaba a un restaurante en la zona colonial.
Sí, le enseñamos algo a él. Demuéstrale que yo soy tu profesor.
Sácate.
Y la un poco.
Un petit peu.
I'm sorry that we were not able to put the subtitles, but I guess you have an idea of what was going on there with the two nationalities, like Dominicans and Haitian people together, trying to mingle and get the better of each one. Today, cultural diplomacy goes beyond the traditional concept of soft power. It has become a vehicle for dialogue, mutual learning, capacity building, and a better understanding of diverse realities. Protecting cultural heritage in times of uncertainty is another important challenge. For countries such as the Dominican Republic, cultural heritage is not only part of our identity, it is also a vital access for sustainable development and tourism. You all know that the Dominican Republic is the first destination in the Caribbean for pretty much all Americas, and the second in Latin America. It is also the colonial city of Santo Domingo, together with other nationally protected sites, supports the Dominican Republic's candidacy for the UNESCO World Heritage Committee for the period 2027-2031 in UNESCO. This connection between protection, promotion, and progress lead us to the third idea: culture as an economy driver and a source of social well-being. Culture, creativity, and innovation are powerful vectors of inclusive development. Today, culture is recognized not as a peripheral activity, but as a powerful agent of economic and social transformation. Two examples illustrate this perspective. The first is the inscription of the city of Santo Domingo in UNESCO Creative Cities Network in the category of music. This recognition has enabled us to showcase our festivals, our artistic productions, and internationally celebrated musical expression such as merengue and bachata. A second success story is the Transcultura program, funded by the European Union and implemented by UNESCO between 2020 and 2025. It strengthened the culture and creative sectors throughout the Caribbean. The program connected institutions from 17 countries and reached more than 2,700 cultural professionals. One of its most important achievements was the creation of the Caribbean Culture Training Hub, a unique space for nurturing young talent. In July 2024, Transcultura received the United Nations Small Island Developing State Partnership Award in the social category. This demonstrates how diplomacy and cultural cooperation can build bridges and create meaningful impact. I would like to conclude now by emphasizing that cultural diplomacy is not a secondary element of our Dominican foreign policy. It is fundamental instrument for preserving and projecting our national identity. Through every project, every heritage inscription, and every act of cooperation, we preserve and share who we are, our culture, our knowledge, our traditions, our creativity. And in doing so, we pass this legacy on to future generations. Ultimately, culture connects us to a story greater than ourselves. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Your Excellency. The ambassador just arrived from Albania, so I just had to say that from
I didn't arrive from Albania, but it looks as if I'm arriving from Albania.
And I would like to, first of all, thank you again. And now I would like to introduce maybe one question, since we are tight on time, one brief question or comment, and then we can continue. So, okay, let's do it this side of the room. We had that side of the room last time, so here. Keep it brief and a brief response, please.
Your Excellency, thank you so much for a very interesting presentation this morning. My name's Arlette. I'm from the Netherlands, which means technically, I suppose, we're more or less neighbors. So I have to ask, when you talk about using culture to counter stereotypes and prejudice. Of course, something that we also have to deal with in former kingdoms and colonies from the Netherlands. Who are your regional partners, and what has been your approach? Because I think, as apparently one of the Western countries without a Goethe Institute or an Institut Français or any of these institutions in the Netherlands, we have quite a lot to learn, I think, and maybe our lessons begin in your region rather than at home in The Hague. Thank you.
Well, I would say that us as sharing an island with Haiti, we have been very, influenced by creating stereotypes but we are a mix. We are, as you may know, we are a mix of African and Europeans. Everyone knows here that we were colonized by Spain, and in the Dominican, people tend, not just in the Dominican, I would say that pretty much in every country that has been in colonization, which is pretty much every country in the world somehow, they do have that kind of issue. But the way we approach it is through dialogue, through partnership, and also education, making the citizens to know that people, we don't call them black or white, because we are a mix of a little part of the world. Because we receive people from after the colonization. We have Italians in the Dominican, we have people from the United Kingdom, we have people from France, the Lebanon, you see a lot. It's a huge community. And then Chinese, and then we work all the time trying not to create that kind of situation in the Dominican Republic, and I think that we have succeeded in doing so. Thank you.